Have you ever listened to a singer and then said, "Wow, I felt that in my soul"? And then you listen to another singer and you may like, "Huh, I didn't feel anything." My dear, the truth is that most singers often miss the secret to emotional singing. And if they don't feel it when you sing, my dear, they will not remember your performance. And so in this video, I'm going to show you how to fix it. I'm going to reveal to you the secret to emotional sing-up. One of my students, she used to sing and sing well, but she doesn't leave that lasting experience with her poems. That when people listen to her, they would always think about her, say, "My God, I heard someone sing and it has touched me deeply in my soul." And so when she came to us, we taught her emotional delivery. And the tips that we gave her is what I'm going to give you in this video. So stay till the end of this video and learn, and not just learn, practice. And if you want to learn further, we have a vocal clarity starter kit that will help you to be able to be sure about your voice and help you to understand your voice better. You can start with that kit. Just comment voice and I'll send you the link to get that kit. And from there, you can also get the access to book a free consultation with one of our coaches at Quesidian Media. The first thing you need to know is that every lyrics is not just words. See, a lyric is someone's story. As a composer, an African art composer, I liked a lot of songs and music for instruments and for the voice. And let me tell you one thing for the practice, that as we write, we are not just writing, we are writing a story. And so you as a singer, you have to connect to the story of that song so that you can actually tap into the emotional connection that that song possesses. You need to understand the story and you need to relate that story to your own story. One lady once asked me to sing a song for her, and I sat her down and I asked her, "Please, why did you write the song? What's the story? What's the history behind this song?" And she told me the story and I was crying. In short, we were crying together because it's a very touching story, a story of her life. And my dear, some parts of the story were related to me. And the emotions we felt were the emotions I felt in those parts of my life. And so when I was singing that song, I put the emotion that I feel. That's the emotion you feel is what you bring out when you are delivering the song. So when you listen to someone singing, don't just listen. Don't just when you're trying to score a song, don't just score the song. Just like, I heard the words, and you just open your mouth and you're just saying, "Go." You need to find the story in that song. You need to find the emotions in that song. And I bet you once you get it, we've gotten almost, let me just say, like 60% of being able to emotionally deliver the song. One of our students, when I was working with her on emotional delivery, we picked the song and I told her, "How do you feel about the song?" And she started relating the song to the footballers involved in this song. And I was like, "Are you a footballer? So how do you feel what the footballers are feeling?" She was like, "The song was written for the footballers and all that, so I'm feeling what the footballers are feeling." I say, "You're not a footballer. Tell me what you feel about the song." And immediately she was able to relate it to her own story. Her emotions really came out, and I felt deeply what that song was all about after she did it again. So if you want to tap into emotional singing, you must be ready to tap into singing that song with the knowledge of the story in behind the song, and not just the story, but your own story being connected with the song. It may not even be your personal story, it may be a story of someone you've heard, but you have the feelings and the emotions of that story that will help you to bring out the emotions involved in the song. After you've understood that lyrics are not just words, you need to know that your tone carries emotion. The tone of your voice carries emotion. If you bring softness, that means you're tender. For example, hallelujah, hallelujah. Did you see how that tone, the dynamics that I'm using, is carrying the emotion in that song? So if you want to bring out an emotional song, you want to sing and cause an emotion, you must apply dynamics in that singing. You must put in a time of softness, a time of loudness, a time whereby there is just the tone being soft to loud, crescendo, decrescendo. So you need to put all those things into consideration and use them and maximize them in order to move the hearts of those who are listening to you. Now that you've learned that your tone actually carries emotion, you need to pay attention that your eyes is very important and you need to maintain eye contact. It's just like if I'm speaking with you and I am doing like this and I'm talking to you, I'm not being connected to you. And you may not even feel like I'm really talking to you. Or I'm talking to you and I'm closing my eyes. That's not polite. I'm supposed to open up and speak to you. And that is what you should do when you're singing. You need to connect with, even if there are so many people, you can scan the room, but connect to one person as if you're telling that person's story. Okay, so for example, I'm like, sing hallelujah to the Lord. Sing hallelujah to the Lord. Sing hallelujah. Sing hallelujah. Sing hallelujah to the Lord. Now you heard me sing that song. Imagine if I was singing it like this. Sing hallelujah. This will not create a connection. Or I'm singing it like sing. I am taking all the song into myself and not releasing it to those who are watching it. So you need to contact your audience with your eyes. Contact them with your eyes. You can just pick one person in the audience and be speaking to that person. Okay? It's very important. And if there is no audience, you can actually, when you're doing it on a video, look at the camera and sing. Okay? Don't be doing like this. That's wrong. Don't do that. My dear, face your audience and sing. So, if you've now been able to maintain your eye contact, then you need to know how to layer your song, especially when you're practicing. So how do you practice this? First thing is that we all know techniques. Your teacher, your voice teacher will teach you techniques, voice techniques that you will learn. So sometimes when you are too overwhelmed with these techniques, to make you not want to pay attention to the emotional part. So this is the trick. Use the first time you're practicing the song, you practice with technique, and then next time you practice, and then the next time you practice with emotion. So you work on that technique first. Amazing grace, how sweet. And they sing it like you're telling a story. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound. So, if you want to learn more about your voice and understand this topic very well, then you need to watch this next video.